You've blocked them, unblocked them, muted, unmuted. You've even delivered those Oscar-worthy speeches to friends. I'm done. I've moved on. I'm over it. And yet, 3 months, 8 months, 2 years later, there you are on the same screen, holding the same temptation. Because the truth is simple. The habit ends long after the feelings do. You say, we're done. I've accepted it. I'm focusing on myself. But your phone has receipts. Their name still pops up in search before mom. Your fingers type the first 2 letters. And autofill does the rest. You know their time zone, their work schedule, their online patterns, like you're running a private intelligence agency you never meant to start. You tell yourself, I'm just curious how they are. I just want to be on good terms. I just want closure. But you're not actually chasing closure. You're chasing relief. Relief from the pain, the ambiguity, the humiliation of being left with questions instead of a clean ending. Because the hardest part isn't losing them, it's losing the story you were still living in. Ghosting, hard or soft, is psychological poison. Why? Because your brain hates unfinished endings. Your nervous system is built for danger, reaction, outcome. Lion shows up, run, you live, or you don't. Fire alarm, exit, you're safe or not, there is a verdict, a conclusion, a bow on the chaos. Ghosting gives you connection, disconnection, nothing. I love you, silence. We'll talk soon, never again. No verdict, no clarity, no answer. So your brain gets stuck in the loop. Maybe they're hurt. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they still care. Maybe if I just send one more message, I'll trigger the answer. But you don't text to talk. You text to force an ending. Your brain can live with. You're not reopening the story because you want more chapters. You're trying to fix the last page. Because the silence didn't break you, the unfinished sentence did. Here's the part you don't want to admit. Sometimes it's not even about love anymore. It's ego. Do I still matter? Could I still get them if I wanted to? Are they over me more than I'm over them? You tell yourself, I just want to make sure we're okay. But underneath is, I want proof I was significant. I want evidence I wasn't disposable. I want them to respond quickly so my worth feels validated. That text is not just, hey, how are you? It's, tell me I mattered. Tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me I wasn't the only one who felt something real. And if they don't reply, your brain doesn't calmly say, well, there's my answer. It says, try again later. Maybe they're busy. Maybe if I word it differently. And now you're hooked to the slot machine of their attention. One reply equals jackpot. Silence equals insert more coins. Because deep down, you're not texting them, you're gambling for your own self-worth. Here's the brutal, science-flavored truth. Your brain can tolerate pain better than uncertainty. No hurts, but it's stable. Your system can go, okay, that's the reality. I'll cry, I'll rage, I'll grieve, then I'll adapt. Maybe is different. Maybe keeps every possibility alive. Maybe they still care. Maybe you'll get back together. Maybe they'll wake up one day and realize everything. It's emotional Schrodinger's cat. Every outcome is both alive and dead until you open the box. Every time you text, you're not asking for an update. You're avoiding the grief of accepting a no that was never spoken out loud. You'd rather live in. Maybe they still think about me. Then confront. They chose not to come back. So you keep reopening the file to avoid hitting save and close. Because uncertainty doesn't just hurt, it traps you in a story your heart already finished. Another reason it's so hard, they're not gone. Even if they never speak to you again, their chat history is still there. Photos still exist. Shared playlists. Old messages you should delete, but never. The digital history keeps them psychologically present. Your brain doesn't separate well between. They're in my life, and they're in my phone. So when you scroll past their name, it doesn't feel like history. It feels like potential. And potential is addictive because the relationship ended, but the access didn't. Okay, so what now? Because just don't text them is useless advice when your nervous system is bargaining for its life. Here's the fun truth. Closure is not something they give you. It's something you do. Step 1. Tell the truth about the text. Before you send anything, ask, what am I actually trying to get? An apology? Validation? Another chance? Proof they're still attached. If the answer is anything external, I want them to say X. I want them to feel Y. That's not closure. That's negotiation. Step 2, write the message. Don't send it. Open notes. Type exactly what you want to say. The anger, the grief, the questions, the confession. No editing, no performing. You're not preparing evidence for a court. You're draining pressure from your own chest. Then, save it. Read it once. Maybe read it out loud. And that's it. No send. Step 3. Close the loop yourself. Ask, if they never replied, what would I need to accept? To move forward anyway. That might sound like, they are not choosing me. I don't get a satisfying explanation. The version of love I wanted from them doesn't exist. You don't have to like it. You just have to stop arguing with it. Because closure isn't a conversation, it's a decision. If they wanted contact, you wouldn't be guessing. People who want to talk to you find ways. Wrong timing, sure. Messy conversations, sure. Imperfect effort, sure. But effort still shows up if you're stuck in. Reading old messages for signs, decoding emojis from months ago, analyzing the speed of their replies. You're not in a relationship. You're in an investigation. Because when someone's presence is real, you don't need to solve it like a cold case. When someone wants you in their life, you don't need to interpret digital tea leaves. The truth is simple. Clarity doesn't require detective work. So the next time, ask what you're really asking for. Write it somewhere safe. Give yourself the answer you're begging them for. Not because they don't matter, but because your nervous system deserves peace. That isn't held hostage by someone else's reply speed. Don't text for closure. Write it. Feel it. Let the truth land in your own hands instead of theirs. Because every unsent message is you choosing yourself over the fantasy of a different ending. Every pause, you are breaking the cycle instead of feeding it. Close the loop yourself. That's the part that finally sets you free.